A quick shot, Henry, to break down that win from H2k. Great stuff coming out of them there. Let's break down the picks and bans. Obviously, Akali, the eye catcher coming out there for What the Fox. Not really making anything happen. Is there anything else that you found particularly interesting?
No, I mean, the rest of the picks and bans were fairly standard. You know, Ari in the mid lane, another Jarvan pickup for Kikis. I was actually quite excited about seeing Jarvan because I'm a fan of his Jarvan. He does tend to do very well amongst the rest of the challenger scene. And, you know, Corki, Cogmore, it's things that we're seeing very frequently. I do like the fact that H2k prioritized that Nidalee for Ottawamne. It immediately signified a strong split push, and he performed very well in that Champions.
Yeah, absolutely different setup. It's a little wild game, that's safe to say. Like, both these teams, you know, Deficio just hinted at it, they are not afraid to fight, and it was shown throughout the game. Picks maybe led to that, and there was a couple of times some seriously questionable decisions were made, especially by What the Fox. He just went deep, a little too deep, too many times.
Yeah, and let's actually take a closer look at that. One of our replays gets that up on the screen. Obviously, when you are on an Akali, you have to get yourself going one way or another.
Very much so. So we're 10 minutes into the game, even on gold, there's 100 that separated, and this is where the start of the bloodbath really happened. SK Prime are going to punish, no, H2k are going to punish SK Prime for being a little bit out of position. Roll this clip out, and note just how good Febiven is. The flag landed in front of him, and he instantly threw the charm out. Now, there was vision on the backside Ottawamne was chasing, but this is the over-aggression that you were talking about, D-Man. What the Fox chases into 3 members, eats a charm, gets caught, and even with the dash, it's not going to be enough to secure the kill. And when you've got that counter-pick Akali, you know, Akali into an assassin, Akali into Yasuo, something we've seen Voyboy do, you play aggressively because you want to get ahead. And What the Fox never got ahead enough to maintain control.
But we should also give credit to Febiven, because if he hadn't landed those 2 perfect charms, then that's potential that What the Fox got 1, maybe 2 kills straight away there, maybe could have cleaned it with a triple.
Yeah, absolutely, and I love some good Ari play. Very happy that she's seeing some more competitive play. It is a joy to see. So from that point on, of course, SK Prime, there wasn't a lot they could do, but I felt like if they played the team fights correctly, they could have maybe got something going.
Oh no, but they did.
Yeah.
Like, it just went mental. I mean, everybody was fighting everywhere, and several times SK Prime would get kills, and then H2k would get kills. I distinctly remember a bottom lane teleport fight, which went 4 for 0, 3 for 0 in favor of SK Prime. And I was like, oh, there we go. Now Akali's going to get snowballing. Neither team was hesitant. Neither team realized that you could play cautiously because they just kept throwing everything at their opponents.
And for me, I think, like you said about Kikis earlier, he's got a massive champion pool, but it's great to see him here in the jungle. Kikis, for those that don't know, has been around for ages in League of Legends through multiple top teams. I remember him way back in the Go for LOL monthlies that me and Joe used to cast 2-3 years ago now. So this is a guy that's very experienced, been around for a long time, and maybe, just maybe, he can work his way into the LCS. Of course, that's what both these teams are trying to do.
So let me throw this at you, Trevor. Both teams were maybe going too all in too much, but because H2k had that lead, I'm not going to say a big lead, but that significant lead, it didn't matter because they were going to come out on top in the end with their composition, or?
I think a little bit to that fact. I mean, SK Prime definitely overchased. They definitely went too crazy. They went too deep too many times. And it's actually what costed them control of the game. But I do like the fact that they were trying. I mean, they needed to. Their composition relied on it. Aurelia, Jarvan, Akali, they have to jump in your face. There are not many options. Whereas on the other side, for Nidalee, you can split push. There's a charm on Ari. You've got Lee Sin that can kick people away. So there were more tools for H2k to make use of to meet the win conditions in this game. And despite it being very bloody, it was always in favor of H2k.
I would just question whether that's maybe when they get to face the likes of Gambit or Copenhagen Wolves or whoever else they could be up against between Superocra and Millennium, is whether that all-out aggression maybe would catch them out, because obviously the LCS teams are supposedly better, you know, coming up against SK Prime. If they go a little too deep, they could blow games out quite quickly doing that way. Whereas obviously you look at the Copenhagen Wolves, who used to be able to close it out. Gambit, very experienced team, of course. They are going to be well aware of watching these matches, how crazy aggressive they are, and may just use it against them.
I also have to play devil's advocate. If the LCS teams are anticipating reserved, cautious play, and these guys just go ham, that might completely throw the LCS guys off and put them on tilt.
Yeah.
So, you know, it can definitely go either direction.
Yeah, let's finally maybe take a look at the final replay we have, because that actually sealed the fate for both teams after SK Prime actually secured a dragon for them.
Yeah, so Kikis was able to sneak the dragon away from the engagement, but this is now about 10 minutes later than our original replay. Only 2,000 gold separates these teams, but you're up to 17 kills. And this is one of the prime examples of SK Prime just being over-aggressive and sticking around longer than they needed to. Roll the clip out and look at the minimap, how H2k are going to surround SK Prime's members. So you've got a very aggressive engage from Kikis. He instantly gets kicked away. And Forbidden on the back line landed a perfect charm. Unfortunately, we cut away, but I mean, it ends up leading to 4 kills, where Forbidden gets 2 of them. The rest of the team just melts through SK Gaming Prime. And it was just overcommitment from SK Prime.
I mean, Alliance were upstairs watching this game, and at that point, we showed the replay as well in the match. Tabs was upstairs just saying, Shook, please, just explain to me what the hell this jungler is doing right now. And Kikis went a little bit too crazy there.
Yeah.
All right. I hope in game 2 we get to see, you know, what the Fox he's been so revered. He's done great in the Challenger Series. I do hope we get to see him maybe play to his full potential, maybe another champion.
Yeah.
We'll see then. We have to take a quick break, but when we return to this game 2 between SK Gaming Prime and H2k.